In the quiet corners of a suburban home in the small town of Maplewood, life often felt predictable, like the gentle hum of a summer afternoon. But beneath the surface, things were shifting. For 18-year-old Claire, her father Robert was a man of few words, a quiet presence who had always been there but never truly connected with her. Claire's mother Lisa was a loving but busy woman, often lost in her own world of work and responsibilities. One summer evening, while Lisa dozed on the couch, Claire found herself alone with Robert. The air was thick with unspoken words. "Dad," Claire began, her voice wavering, "do you ever think about what it means to really know someone?" Robert glanced up, surprise flickering across his face. "I suppose I do. Why do you ask?" As they spoke, Claire felt an unexpected bond forming. They shared stories about their favorite books, childhood memories, and even laughed about family mishaps. Each moment felt electric, as if they were uncovering pieces of each other that had long been buried. Yet as their connection deepened, Claire felt a weight pressing down on her. Was this connection crossing a line? As the evening wore on, Claire glanced at the clock, realizing how late it had gotten. "I should probably head to bed," she said, though part of her wanted to stay. Robert nodded, a hint of reluctance in his expression. "Good night, Claire. I enjoyed this," he replied. "Me too, Dad," she said, walking away with a strange mixture of warmth and confusion. What had started as a simple conversation had become something more, leaving her heart racing with possibilities. In the weeks that followed, Claire found herself replaying that night over and over. Their conversations grew more frequent, often when Lisa was busy with work. Each exchange was charged, filled with a depth of emotion that both thrilled and terrified Claire. One evening on the porch, Claire turned to Robert. "Do you think people can really change?" Robert took a deep breath. "I think they can, but it takes effort. Sometimes we get stuck in our ways, and it's hard to break free." Her heart ached as she sensed the weight of his words. "Have you ever wanted to change?" "Yes, but change isn't easy. It means facing parts of yourself you'd rather ignore," he said, his eyes distant. Claire felt a rush of empathy. "You don't have to face it alone, you know." As summer progressed, Claire's feelings intensified, blurring the lines of their relationship. The deeper they connected, the more she wanted to protect Robert from his own struggles. Yet the realization of her feelings brought a swell of confusion. Could this be more than a father-daughter bond? One rainy afternoon while Lisa was out, Claire found herself alone with Robert again. "Dad, do you ever feel trapped?" she asked, her heart racing. "Trapped in what way?" he replied. "Like in life. Sometimes I feel like there are things we can't say, things we're not allowed to feel." Robert's expression grew serious. Wanting more is natural, but it can lead to complications, especially in family. Just then, the sound of a key turning in the lock jolted them back to reality. Lisa stepped inside, blissfully unaware of the charged atmosphere that hung in the air. Claire felt a pang of disappointment as her moment slipped away, but the connection she shared with Robert had only deepened. As autumn approached, Claire struggled with her emotions. The connection she had with Robert felt both exhilarating and dangerous. One evening, they found themselves in the kitchen after dinner, the sound of rain drumming against the windows, creating an intimate atmosphere. "Claire, I've been thinking," Robert began, his voice serious. "I don't want to overstep. I care about you deeply, but we have to be careful." "I just don't want things to get complicated," she replied, her heart heavy. Robert sighed, looking thoughtful. "It's okay to feel confused. You're growing up, and your emotions are complex. But we have to respect the boundaries of our family." Claire realized that she was at a crossroads. She could either embrace this connection or pull away to protect what remained of their family structure. The thought of losing her father's attention felt unbearable, yet she knew that crossing a line could lead to irreversible consequences. "Maybe we should take a step back," she suggested, her voice trembling, "for both of us." Robert nodded. "That's probably wise. I value our relationship, Claire. You mean the world to me. and I don't want to jeopardize that. As the days turned into weeks, Claire and Robert maintained a respectful distance, allowing the emotional intensity to ease. They focused on lighter conversations and family activities, each shared moment a reminder of what they were protecting. But the bittersweet ache of unexpressed feelings lingered. Claire immersed herself in her studies, determined to find her own identity outside of their bond, while Robert sought to reconnect with Lisa, recognizing the importance of their marriage. As winter approached, Claire began to feel a sense of resolution. She knew they needed to establish clear boundaries, but the love between them still pulsed quietly beneath the surface. One evening, while flipping through family photo albums, she stumbled upon pictures of happier times, vacations, birthdays, and moments of laughter that reminded her of their strong family ties. That night, Claire decided to write Robert a letter, pouring her heart onto the page about the confusion, warmth, and respect she felt. When she handed it to him the next day, he looked surprised but touched. "Thank you for sharing this with me," he said, his voice steady. "It means a lot." "I just want us to be honest with each other," Claire replied. "I think we've both felt this connection, but it's important we approach it carefully." From that moment, they committed to navigating their relationship with transparency and respect. They shared dinners, went on walks, and watched their favorite shows together, grounding their bond in mutual understanding. As the seasons changed, Claire found comfort in the new rhythm of their relationship. While the emotional connection remained, it was tempered with wisdom, and they embraced a more straightforward love, one that honored their family ties. In the heart of Maplewood, Claire and Robert forged ahead, navigating life's complexities side by side. They learned that love can take many forms, marked by understanding and respect. With every passing day, Claire felt empowered to face whatever life had in store, knowing she had the unwavering support of her father beside her. A bond forever transformed, but beautifully intact.